Jill Duggar, once one of the most outspoken critics of her own upbringing under the strict Duggar household rules, is now making headlines for an unexpected move that has left fans stunned and the Duggar family buzzing. On Father's Day, Jill took to social media to publicly honor her father, Jim Bob Duggar, with a heartfelt message that no one saw coming. The post was simple yet powerful. Jill shared a throwback photo of herself with Jim Bob, smiling during what appeared to be a joyful childhood moment. In the caption, she wrote, "Happy Father's Day, Dad. Thank you for the memories, the lessons, and the love. Grateful today." While that may not seem like much to the average onlooker, for those who have followed Jill's journey over the last few years, those words were nothing short of shocking. This is the same Jill who distanced herself from her family after years of turmoil, manipulation, and public control. The same Jill who, alongside her husband Derick Dillard, openly criticized the way she was treated under Jim Bob's tight authority. For years, Jill stayed away from Duggar family gatherings, avoided being filmed for Counting On, and even missed out on major family events. To see her now publicly acknowledging Jim Bob Duggar on Father's Day is not just a gesture, it's a statement. Fans flooded the comment section of Jill's post. Some were emotional, expressing support and hope for healing within the Duggar family. Others were skeptical, wondering whether this was a genuine shift in her heart or simply a strategic move. One fan commented, "This made me cry. I've been rooting for reconciliation for years. This means more than you know, Jill." Another added, "Wow. Never thought I'd see the day. Maybe healing is finally happening." But not everyone was convinced. Critics pointed out that the timing felt too perfect, just as the Duggars have been under renewed media attention. A new documentary covering the Duggar family legacy is rumored to be in the works, and Jim Bob himself has been making more public appearances in recent months. Could Jill's Father's Day post be connected to a possible behind-the-scenes discussion with her parents? Or even a quiet negotiation regarding upcoming media coverage? It's worth remembering that Jill has never made a move without careful thought. Since stepping away from the family brand, she's been deliberate and intentional with her public appearances and online statements. Every post is measured, and every message is crafted with purpose. So what changed? According to a source close to the Duggar family, there have been quiet efforts in recent months to mend broken relationships. Michelle Duggar, in particular, has allegedly been reaching out to Jill in an attempt to open communication. Some of these efforts were met with hesitation, while others reportedly found small moments of progress. Jim Bob, on the other hand, has remained largely silent regarding Jill's accusations and the public fallout. But Father's Day, with its emotional weight and family-centric focus, might have presented Jill with an opportunity, not necessarily to forgive everything, but to offer a symbolic olive branch. One thing that fans have learned over the years is that the Duggar family does everything big, including drama. But this gesture from Jill was quiet, humble, and intentional. No fanfare, no elaborate slideshow, no video montage. Just one photo and one message. And yet, that simplicity made it more powerful. Jill's history with Jim Bob is layered and painful. She was one of the daughters directly affected by her brother Josh Duggar's scandal. She also revealed in interviews and through her memoir Counting the Cost that her parents pressured her to comply with TV obligations even when it negatively impacted her mental health, marriage, and motherhood. For many years, Jill and Derick were virtually cut off, emotionally and financially, after stepping away from Counting On. They revealed they had to hire legal counsel just to get access to earnings that should have been rightfully theirs. So when Jill chose to honor Jim Bob, even with a short message, fans recognized the emotional labor behind it. It wasn't just about saying Happy Father's Day. It was about breaking years of silence and perhaps signaling that, at least on some level, she's ready to rebuild. Of course, the Duggar family has not issued any formal response to Jill's post. Jim Bob hasn't commented, nor has the official Duggar family Instagram account acknowledged it. But insiders believe that the silence may be strategic. The family has become much more cautious in recent years about how they respond to public posts, especially those involving Jill, Jinger, or others who've distanced themselves from the core Duggar teachings. Some fans also noticed that Jill's Father's Day post was significantly different in tone from the ones she's shared in the past. In prior years, she had either skipped the day altogether or posted vague, non-specific messages about fatherhood in general. This year's post was personal and direct. That choice wasn't lost on followers. The language she used, thanking him for memories, lessons, and love, is particularly telling. It doesn't ignore the pain, but it chooses to focus on something positive. Jill has always been the Duggar daughter who defied expectations, but she's done it with grace. She left the show, cut ties with the Institute in basic life principles, found therapy, and set boundaries, but she's never burned every bridge. This Father's Day message feels like the start of something different. There are also whispers that Jill may be invited to an upcoming family event, possibly one of the younger Duggar weddings or baby showers. If that happens and Jill attends, it could mark the first time she's joined a full Duggar gathering in years. Fans are watching closely. For Derick Dillard, Jill's husband and longtime supporter, the post may also reflect progress. Derick has often been the more vocal one when it comes to criticizing Jim Bob, accusing him of financial manipulation and spiritual abuse. But in recent months, even Derick's posts have softened, focusing more on his own family life and career than on drama with the in-laws. Whether this is a coordinated healing effort or just an isolated moment remains to be seen. But it's certainly a turn that few anticipated. In her memoir, Jill wrote extensively about trying to find her own path, one that didn't require cutting off love or connection, even when boundaries had to be firm. Maybe this post is the real-world result of that philosophy. Regardless of what comes next, Jill's message has already changed the narrative. Instead of headlines about tension and betrayal, the story today is one of possible restoration. It's a reminder that even the most fractured families can find moments of grace, and that even the most controversial figures, like Jim Bob Duggar, can still be recognized for the role they played in a child's life. Still, fans aren't naive. Many have said they'll reserve judgment and wait to see if this is part of a larger shift or just a one-time gesture. One comment summed it up perfectly. Healing doesn't mean forgetting, but it can mean choosing peace. Proud of Jill for taking a step that couldn't have been easy. Whatever Jill's true motivation was, one thing is clear. The Duggar family story just added a new chapter, one filled with quiet strength, personal growth, and the smallest spark of reconciliation. And for fans who have followed Jill's journey from obedient daughter to independent woman, this Father's Day post isn't just about a father. It's about a daughter finding her own way to honor the past without being chained to it. The coming weeks will reveal more. Will Jim Bob respond? Will Jill attend family events again? Could a full Duggar reconciliation actually be in motion? For now, Jill has spoken. And in just a few words, she reminded the world that even in a family surrounded by scandal, pain, and controversy, there's still room for grace. Hello, lovely viewers, welcome to my channel. I am Christina. Hope your day is so well. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.